Hi, everybody. Today is Sunday, February 19th, 2023. I thought I'd record a little video talking about some work I've been doing on my side project and a bug that I'm kind of running into with LiveView, and not sure how I want to deal with it. So, the little bit of context, I've been working on a Phoenix application that will replace my static website generator for my blog. And one of my goals is to maintain the content. And so yes, let me. So this is my Hugo blog, and you can see I have like a content folder, and there's a whole directory structure here that dictates the blog posts themselves, and you can see like some of them are just markdown files, some of them have image files inside in addition to the markdown files, and then like inside of the markdown file, I will link or embed the image without like a lot of path info. It'll just be like image to 101. And so as I kind of migrate this content into my new blog engine, I've already migrated like the markdown content itself, but for all these assets, my initial goal is to basically just migrate them as static assets. So that way I can move forward with my archive in place, and then for new stuff, do something more advanced with like a content bucket or an upload or something. And I have stuff mostly working. I'm gonna move this off the screen, and you can see like so I've got my live view. So this is a Phoenix LiveView setup, and it is a whole series of live views. And you can see like as I load the home page, like I'm using this setup where it's loaded, basically the live view is loaded twice, one to generate the first HTML for the page, and then a second time for the dynamic, WebSocket version. But then because I'm using like live redirects as the links, all of the secondary, pages or live views are kind of like patched through the WebSocket router. And so one of the problems I'm running into is that, so if I go to my blog here and I'm just going to hit enter on the URL, so it does the load twice. Basically, it loads it once and then it does the WebSocket for the diff. And on the initial page, it works fine. So this is a blog post, and this has like an image that I'm referencing, and because I have the images set up with inside of like static articles, and I'm like mirroring that folder structure, like that'll work. It'll find the image because plug.static is before the router part and inside of the endpoint, and that'll work. But this does not work if you're using live redirects. So if I'm on the blog page, which is just the article index, and then I click on, Boston 2000 trip, the images do not load. And if you look at the browser or the server here, you'll see like it's trying to load these images off of the root instead of, the actual path. And I mean, the image is still there. Like if you click on like that image link, it'll find it because that URL does work. But the problem is that like, and I think this is because maybe the ordering of things. Like I suspect as I click on blog to look at the blog index, and then I click on Boston 2022 trip, I suspect it patches the content of the page before it patches the URL. And like in that moment, it's not sure. Well, let me try something here. So if I enter from the index page, and then I click on the Boston trip, what URLs is it trying to load? No, it's still trying to load it from the root. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. I mean, there's a chance that this is fixed within the new version of Phoenix. Like I'm on the current production version. I know there's like a release candidate 3 out for the latest version. And maybe there's a chance it fixes it there. But I don't know. And I mean, one way for me to fix it would be to get rid of the live redirect stuff, but that seems like a really lousy backstep from where I want to be. I mean, I could do it, and I could do it as a temporary thing while maybe I update my archives, but I'm not really in love with that idea, but I guess that is a possibility. But yeah, I guess my initial like ask here for any of you who watches this is if you've used LiveView and you've used Live Redirect and you are loading assets that expect a certain path up in the URL bar, how did you deal with that? If you ever ran into that problem, if you have any thoughts or questions, let me know. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.